Hi Flosstube, it's Helen D. Today's actually Monday. I believe it's February 20th, President's Day, here in the US. I'm filming early. It's school vacation week, so everyone's home, but it's quiet. Oh, and Emmy's awake. I figured I'd just take the opportunity. I was ready, I had all my stuff pulled together. It was quiet. Who knows what the rest of the week's gonna bring. So I hope you're all doing well today. I know a lot of people had a 3-day weekend this weekend, so hopefully you're getting some extra stitching in. For us, it's just been a regular couple of weeks. School stuff, driving, nothing uber exciting. We did go to Vermont over the weekend. My son is doing a summer program at a school in Vermont over the summer, 2-week program, and they were having an open house, so we thought, why not? Let's go check it out, and that way we'll all kind of have an idea. We'll have seen it before we're like, see you in 2 weeks, and he doesn't know anything is, and I don't know where anything is. So we went to Vermont. I love Vermont. I went to college there, so it was nice to go to Vermont. I hadn't been in a long time. It snowed, although they had just as little bit of snow as we did. They seemed to be having kind of this non-snowy winter too. So that was a lot of time in the car, and because we had to go after school, throwing stuff on the floor. After school got done for the day, hold on. Just throwing finishes on the floor. And then we went to the open house and we came home late afternoon. We did a lot of driving in the dark. You can't stitch in the dark, so that was a bummer. It felt like an extra long ride because I didn't have anything to do. When we road trip in the summer, it's summer, so we can go till 8, 9 o'clock and still have enough light, but not the case. So I have been doing a lot of stitching in the last couple of weeks. I have some fully finishes, 2 finishes, and a bunch of whips. So I've just been working my way through a lot of things. Because I went into the year, because the last couple of years I've really worked hard to get my whip number down. I felt like, oh, I can start new things and not get overwhelmed. I could always start new things. So I've started a few things. It's been great. So we will jump in with some fully finishes that you may have already seen because I did do a tutorial with these. So I fully finished Satsuma Street's Springamajigs. I did 2 sets. I did the birds, and I did the butterflies. So these, I need to pull out my little Hirschner's tree. These are with the scrapbook paper on the back. I did do the tutorial, like I said. That is up if it's anything you're interested in. So those got done. Then I had, I hadn't pulled the sewing machine out in a long time. So I pulled the sewing machine out to finish a berry, and I had another berry that had already been stitched and just was waiting. It's Christmas, but whatever, I fully finished it. So the 2 berries that I did, this one is the one I had finished the last video. It's called Stitch and Count. These are both Erica Michaels, but this one is not available. It was through the club, through Dying to Stitch. So that one is done. I layered some wool with some ruler tape, twill tape, and a button. So that one is done. And then the Christmas one, this is available. This was originally 2 Jingle Balls ago. It was an exclusive, but then this past Jingle Ball, the year had gone by, so now it's just, I think the chart pack is called December 25th. And the chart pack has a big piece, a berry, and a drum. So for the top of this one, I layered up some wool. This is just a little tiny wool ball with a pin in it. It's totally pull it out. And then this little bit of holly with these berries, that's an earring. I had found an earring, a set of Christmas earrings at Joann's, you know, after Christmas, fully marked down, and I picked it up. I just took it off the hook, and it's on there with one of those loop pins, the bulb pins. So I just thought that was something a little extra. So those are my fully finishes. It was nice to kind of get the sewing machine out and get a couple things done. For finishes, I have two things, and they're both for Sal's. They're actually both for my Sal's, which is unusual. So I finally fully finished stitching. This is Bearded Gnome Body. It's by Emma Congdon, and this is the one that is from this book, A Cross Stitch Christmas Handmade Holidays from 2021, and I did do a flip through of that book. So this one is all done. I did him on a scrap of pink. It's a pink Ada. He's got like bits. Pardon the bits. It's a light pink, and I am going to finish him like kind of like the trees, the stand-up trees I did last year, but not with the tree base. I think I'll just use like a regular spiral-based like photo holder or table name place holder. So that's the plan. And then there are two of them. The other one is called Braided Gnome Body, and I will stitch her. He'll just hang out in the box until she gets done, and then I will fully finish them both at the same time. So I'll leave all my flosses and all that, and then I'll come back to her probably in a while. I've got some other stuff I want to work on. So that one is done, and that is for the hashtag Booket Sale, which is just something fun I'm doing this year to kind of push myself to stitch from books and magazines and things that I already have, that sometimes you see something in there and then you forget about it and you move on. So that is my first Booket Sale finish. Then I did an extra video, I don't know, last week, 2 weeks ago, I don't remember, talking about the hashtag Makeway for Market Sale. And again, that's just something to push myself to. We're all getting so excited about market releases, to look back at some things we might have bought from previous markets and hadn't gotten to, and see if we can get something done, right? Move some out of the way. So I started, in that video I showed a few things that I had to choose from, but what I started was this one. So this is Hands-On Design, Wally the Walrus. This is part of the Polar Plunge. And I started with him because it was already good to go, because I'd already stitched one in this series, so everything was together. So there he is. So there's Wally, and then this is the other one that I already had. He's just still in the bag. That's the Polar Bear Plunge, maybe, Polar Plunge. Those are stitched on Treasure Medium from Dying for Cross Stitch. 16 count. So that's the fabric that they happen to be on. So I have this whale, and then I also have, Kathy did a narwhal it's a fundraiser for Special Olympics, and you can only, I zippered my shirt in there. You can only get that through her website. So I have that, and I think I will definitely do the narwhals, and then I don't know if I'll do more or if that will kind of be it for the year. But again, there's no rush on that one either. So that's another one finished. Then I have a bunch of whips. I have four whips. So it did snow, just the tiniest of bits. So I've been slowly plugging away on this one, which I still never put my cover in here. This is Snow Block Party from Hands-On Design. I'm stitching this on 14 count dwarf Ada from Picture This Plus, and I did have to move the Q-snap. So this is my second full snowman. He's done. So since the last couple of snows, I've finished him. I've started moving this stuff over on the bottom, these snowflakes. There's some snowflakes up top. And then you do a row of backstitch on both sides because that's what you kind of whip stitch together. So I just move that along as I go. So if we don't get any more snow, I'm just gonna have to pull this out and work on it because I kind of really wanted to have it done this season, and it's not gonna be done at this rate because I still have to stitch the top. The bottom of that one is unstitched. It's just a piece of the Aida fabric. So that one might have to get some non-snow love. We'll see. Then I was thinking, all right, I've had a lot of new starts. I was looking through my whip list. I think I want to pull out something older and see if I can get it done. Now, this would be done, but I have a snafu. So this is Flying Lessons. Oops, throwing things from Silver Creek Samplers. And I changed mine so that these words in this band, and I think up here, are purple. And I'm using Classic Colorworks Purple Aster. And I thought I had enough on a skein. Y'all know where this is going. I didn't have enough on a skein. So when I started this, I had everything from this line up done. So I only had to do the bottom. What you'll notice is done, except those words. So I'm getting there. I had ordered at the time when I started this a second skein of Purple Aster. So if I ran out, I'd have some. The dye lot is not quite. It's close, but not quite. I can tell. No one else in my house can tell. So I had this, see, I can totally tell and it sticks right out. I had this all stitched and then I had run out. So I started the new skein and these two letters are with the new skein. And to me, you could absolutely tell. So then I thought, and the new skein didn't have as much of the dark in it. So I thought, well, let me unpick the dark up here and stitch it down here so that then maybe they'll blend. To me, it still doesn't blend. So I've ordered another skein. I actually found a seller on eBay that just had like some random skeins. And I thought that might be my best bet because that is most likely an older skein, right? It's not someone with a shop that has new stock. This is probably an older skein, which is probably my best chance of having it match my original skein, which was an older skein. So that hasn't come in yet. But when it does, I will either unpick this and stitch it all in the new, or probably have to unpick this and stitch it all, I don't know. That's all I have left is those words, and this one will be done. This is a whip from 2022. So it's one of my 3 remaining whips from 2022. And that will feel nice to cross that one off the list. I knew I didn't have a super ton left. So why not, even though it's Halloween and it's February, just get it done. So I've been working on that. The other one, and I don't have a picture for this one. I don't have a picture for this one. This was my New Year, New Start, and it's Arctic Animals from Stitcherovia. Where'd I put that book? This is the one that's in this book, but in the book, it's this blue version. On her Etsy shop, there's the pink version, which is the one I'm stitching. So that's the full thing, so you can see what all the animals look like. I have the bottom done, and I'm working up here on the top. And I'm using a 28 count. I think it's an antique white, not a white, but I'm not really sure. So like this is all white stitches, and you can tell once it's surrounded, but that was really no fun. So I'm plugging away. There's a lot of this color pink. There's like 1,000 stitches of that up here. So that's what I've been working away on. And this one I have in Pattern Keeper, and I'm at like 78%. So I'm getting there. Like, I remember when I started that one, it looked like a lot, but I gave it a full week and it stitched up really quick. I got that whole bottom section done. So I thought that would be a good one to just put in there and plug away. The other piece that I'm working on this month of February is Snow Queen from Mirabilia. This didn't get quite as much love as I wanted because I was having a hard time stitching on it at night, which is when I get most of my stitching done. So here she is, Snow Queen. I'm stitching mine on 28 count Lugana. The color is Rhiannon from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. And my goal was to get the section in the middle of the pages finished. Because this particular chart, there's some like grayed out lines on each of the pages, but they're not overlap. There's no overlap. There's just random grayed out lines. So I had to take 2 photocopies, tape them together so I have this middle section, and it's tricky. So I'm like, if I could get that part done, then I would only have the 1 page for her dress or the 1 page for the reindeer, and it would just make life easier. So that's where I'm at, and it's kind of right here. Like, I have some half stitches in there that I'm starting up, and then it's this blue I filled down. There's a few shades in there, and I think I pulled this down and maybe this bit. I don't know. I'm right here. So I still have a ways to go with that. This is actually still on that, this little bit of white is on that, the fold. So again, this month I'd like to get that section done, and I would consider that a win. That would be a win. Because I've been highlighting, so I have my tape together pages and I highlight, and then I go back to the original pages and I highlight what's on each page so that then when I get to those, I'm not lost my place. So it's kind of extra work. It's double the work, but she's gorgeous and totally worth it. And that's it. That's all I've been stitching. I did just barely start a new Mill Hill kit this morning, but it has like 20 stitches in it, so I didn't even grab it. You'll see that next time. Yeah, that's it. So now I have just a little bit of like purchases and gifts. I have some birthday gifts, giveaways, and then just a couple plans. So what's first? Birthday gifts. My birthday was last week. Last week. I'm clearly getting older. It was last week. My husband and my son got me a new phone, which I actually really needed. My phone was getting to be where it had to be plugged in several times throughout the day. It was getting very hot. I've tried to do like chats on it through Instagram with Barbie, like video chats. And I remember one time we were chatting and it just boop, kicked me out. Like, I've overheated, you're done. So it was time for a new phone. One problem, and John didn't even think to look. I wouldn't have thought to look. There's no headphone jack. Apparently I'm very old school in that I like headphones, not earbuds. There's no jack. So I either have to get like an adapter or wireless headphones. But it's kind of made me fall a little behind on Flosstube because I need to listen to it with my headphones on, or I can't hear anything because teenage boy. So that's what I got for my birthday. Misty sent me a gift for my birthday, and she sent some chocolates, which are gone. These beautiful fat quarters, although this one I think is a fat half, and they're like all cats. I want to make a bag out of this one. So some cat fabrics, and one of these really cool project folders. This is from That's So Kelly, and this is actually Kelly's fabric. She's designed some fabric lines through Spoonflower. So this is one of her, I'm sure she has a name for it, but it's like a project folder with snaps. And so it has a magnet under that little pair of scissors and a zipper for this side. So that's really nice, and it's a big one, so I can put like a full like a prairie schooler would fit in here, no problem. So I have that. Was that it? I had a little card. Laura from Stitching by the Shore just sent this. She sent a Valentine's card, and Laura, I didn't ask you if I could show it, but I'm guessing it's okay. She had stitched this resting beach face, and there she is on the beach. Laura loves the beach. So that was cute to get. And then Rhonda had reached out, and she had sent me a 123 Stitch gift card. Thank you, thank you. And I told her, oh, maybe I'll set this aside and get some market charts when they come out. Spoiler alert, didn't happen. I have a few things on there. You know how 123 you can put in, let me know when something's in stock. And I had this in stock on let me know when it's in stock for a long time. So when it came on in stock, I was like, oh no, I gotta get that right now because it's gonna be gone. And that was another of the Mill Hill. You can tell I'm a little addicted to these. Buttons and beads. This is Moonlight Kitties. So I have that I picked up. And then I picked up one more little spring. These mushrooms and some fabric. I needed a piece of 32 count because I used the last of it with my berries. And then this was a new color to me. This is 32 count Sahara Dust Lugana. And I'll hold it next to this white just so maybe the color will show. But it was a really nice, white will show up great on that white floss. So I got just a small piece. 13 by 18, like that size. Fat eighth, maybe. So that's what's coming into the house. Oh, one more thing. My friend Stephanie, who I met at Stitch New England Retreat, she is the New England Stitcher here on YouTube. And she designed and made for me some needle minders. She's so talented and so creative. And she said, well, you don't have a logo. I said, no, I don't have a logo. So she made me these little logos, and then she has access to a laser cutter. So she cut the blanks, and then I glued the magnets on. So look at it. So it's me and Emmy stitching away. So I think that's super cute. So thank you, Stephanie, very much. I'm actually going to bring some of those to market when I go. I bagged them up. Plans. I'm just going to keep going on some things. I do have 2 thoughts to keep going with the Makeway for Market sale. I want to start blue work pairs. I think I will do these 2. I don't know about the alphabet, maybe, but I think at least these 2. So that's, I have everything pulled. It's 1 fabric and 1 floss. So I pulled a fabric and a floss, and I'm ready to go with that. So that will be for the Makeway for Market. And then the other thing I think I would do for that, in the spirit of the Makeway for Market, is I think I'm going to start Halloween Tiny Town, which was not a market release. However, Cecilia Turner has 3 fantastic new Tiny Towns coming out at market, and I really want the winter one, which is Frosty Tiny Town. So I thought, in the spirit of, I will start a Tiny Town so that then I have one more done before I get the new one. I have Halloween and Harvest kitted up and ready to go, but Halloween I have with an Ada, and Harvest right now is with a Lugana, and I don't have a lot of Ada projects going right now, and sometimes at night my eyeballs are like, what are you doing? Where's your Ada projects? So I thought that would be a good one to get started, and I'm gonna stitch that on purple. So that's that. So for giveaways, my giveaways are always generously donated from Carla at Cobweb Corner, who I'm so excited to see at market in 2 weeks. We've been chatting, so we will both be there. She'll be shopping, and I'll be helping Barbie of Petal Pusher. So for this week, we had done 2 $10 gift cards to Cobweb Corner, her shop. You can use them towards whatever. And if you were out of the country, she does have a lot of PDFs. So both of these winners. One of them I know is US, the other one I don't. But if you were, you could use this on a PDF so you didn't have to deal with shipping. So the winners for that were Lizzie Johns and Susan Spratling. So email me, my email is listed below, let me know, and I will get you the code that then you can do on her website. I also have a last call, and I didn't grab that chart. Karen Christmas had won the Welcome Spring from the Prairie Schooler. So Karen, last call, Welcome Spring. Usually I have more stuff, so I was confused. I'm like, wait a minute, where's the new ones? Right here in front of me. So for this week, Carla always has me go through and pick out the charts that you guys get for giveaways. She's been trying to do a lot of inventory clearance so that she just kind of moves some stuff out and has less stuff in her shop. So she's been adding tons to her clearance section. So I picked these charts. I'm like, I'm gonna pick from your clearance section. What do you got in there? So these are both currently on her clearance section along with hundreds of other charts. So number 1 is Needle and Flax from Teresa Koget. So this is number 1. And then number 2 is Susie Sampler Maker from Lindy Stitches. So for the giveaways, you need to be over 18 so you can legally give me your address. Don't say giveaway or win. I'd appreciate it if you're a subscriber. Carla would appreciate it if you're a subscriber. She is like so close to hitting 4,000 subscribers, so that's exciting for her. So I will always link her below, and just use the number 1 or 2 in your comment. And that is it. And the house is still quiet. I kind of didn't think it would be by the time I was done. I was trying to move right along. So I probably will not talk to you again before I go to market. I can't believe it's almost time to go. So I will do a recap when I get back, kind of fill you in on how everything is. Barbie, I'm hoping I don't lock us out of your room this year. I may have done that last year. So I'll do my best. But I hope everyone is doing well, having a good end of February. February zipped by, right? January took forever, and February is like, today's the 20th, almost done. I might not even get that section of Snow Queen done unless I get moving, because what do I got, 9 days? And one of them I'm gonna be traveling. That is not going with me to market. So I will stop babbling and talk to you guys whenever I can in a couple weeks. So I'll talk to you then, bye.